Hey, welcome back. This is Isaiah Senecal. I'm a listing agent in the St. Petersburg area, and I serve the surrounding areas as well. I'm actually going to be telling you today how you can sell your home completely by yourself without a real estate agent representing you. So I want to just jump right into it. Knowledge is power, and so I'm going to share exactly what I would do if I was your listing agent, and you can do the exact same steps and do it for yourself and save on that commission. So first off, you're about to get the home ready for sale. Take care of any deferred maintenance. Make sure you have a 4-point inspection done, and get the home ready for the market. Okay, you really need to on your next step figure out, are you going to have staging done? If the home is already if you keep a very nice home and everything already looks picture perfect, then you can skip the staging. If the home is vacant, you may want to consider the staging, especially when you have your professional photos and video taking place. Scheduling your showings is going to be a little bit different than when a listing agent does it for you. So what you're going to do is put a lockbox on the home or schedule with buyers or their agents and figure out how you're going to handle that. If you're going to be leaving a lockbox on the property, I would advise anybody to make sure that you're getting the real estate professionals information as far as their license number and their credentials, or you're getting a driver's license from potential buyers going to view the home. The last thing you want is vandalism or theft to occur during a showing. So make sure you have all of that going. But we jumped the gun a little bit, and I wanted to step back real quick. What we're gonna have done, or what you should do, that I recommend: have the professional photos, the drone photos, the video done of the place, and that way when you upload it onto the Zillow, Realtor, Trulia, you can have all of those things on there, and you're competing against all of the other listings, so you want it to look nice as well. Also, when you upload it to the internet, make sure that you don't just upload it to one site. Try to upload it to 5 or 10 sites. Upload it to Zillow, Realtor, Trulia, Homes.com. Upload them to as many as possible, because you have to realize, if you just upload it to Zillow and the user prefers Realtor, or your buyer prefers Realtor, Realtor.com, they're not going to ever see the home on Zillow. And so when you're putting the home on the market, you really want to go to the broadest audience. So make sure that you put it on as many sites as possible. Put all the photos up, the video up, the drone photos. Put everything on every single site, along with your listing description, so that you're advertising to all buyers instead of just one. So you've done your photos, you've done your 4-point inspection, you've taken care of your deferred maintenance, you figured out how you're going to show the home, whether it's going to be you personally scheduling it or you're going to have it on the lockbox. And so now the home's on the market. You've uploaded it to 5 or 10 sites. So what's going to take place is, a lot of times your buyers are actually going to most likely be represented by an agent. And so that agent, will show the property to their buyer. They will send you a contract. Since you're for sale by owner, you probably haven't filled out the lead-based paint disclosure and the property disclosure. So they're going to want you to fill those out as well. Just a disclosure, is there anything wrong with the property? What's going on with the roof, the AC? Have you seen any sinkholes? Things of that nature. Before you sign the contract that they send back, make sure that you know exactly what's going on in that contract. You do not want to sign a contract that is really beneficial for buyers, and you just look at a number and you're not looking at any of the things that they've written in. So make sure that you fully understand that contract once it comes in, and not just look at the purchase price, because things can change in those contracts, and a couple of different boxes that are checked on the legal contract that the Florida Realtor and Bar Association came up with, a lot can change. So let's just say everything's going smooth, you got under contract, and now they're going to be scheduling their inspections. So you're going to want to make sure that you've reached out to the buyer or the buyer's agent, and make sure that that inspector has access to your home. After the inspection gets done, you'll typically get that back in a couple of days, and the buyers may ask for some fixes to occur. Make sure that you know kind of roughly what some of those fixtures are going to cost in the market, so that they're not asking for an outrageous price, and you're just kind of wondering, is this fair or is this not fair? So make sure that you're aware of what things are costing, how much a window takes to replace, or a loose door handle, just simple stuff. So after the inspection goes well, you're almost out of your inspection period, things are running smooth, which is great. You're going to have the appraiser coming out, and the buyer's lender is going to schedule an appraiser to come out there. Make sure that you meet the appraiser out there with a market analysis. The more in depth, the better, and a list of all your upgrades, anything that's taken place that has been positive to the property, and the costs associated with that. And the reason that you're going to meet that appraiser out there is you really want to rationalize the contract price, so that you actually get that, because the last thing we want to happen is you've done all this work and now the home doesn't appraise, and maybe you're selling it for less than the contract price. So if you meet the appraiser out there and you have all that information for him or her, it'll really help you as far as hoping that the home appraises out. And lastly, staying on top of the title company, reaching out to them, seeing what's going on with the title search, the lien searches, figuring out the closing dates. Try to schedule your closing time separate from the buyer's closing time. You really don't want that much interaction. You're on two different teams. Your goals and their goals are to get to the finish line, but you're representing your interest, and a buyer or their buyer's agent is representing their interest. There are a couple more steps in between. If you have any questions, or some questions about contracts, or kind of the whole process, vendors, like who to get photos from, or if a 4-point inspection comes back and you need advice on a plumber or electrician, you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I wanted to make this video because obviously knowledge is power. I'm happy to help however I can. I want everybody to make the money that they want to make, and have good transactions. That's what it's all about. So if you ever have any questions or real estate needs, feel free to reach out to me, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by.